Ahead, a jump in jobs and a fall in unemployment. And lighting up Lyon later in the show. Welcome to 3 Times Square this Friday from Reuters World Headquarters in New York. Our daily digit, 146,000. The gain in non-farm payrolls in November, more than 50% higher than the estimate. The unemployment rate falling to 7.7% from 7.9%. That's the lowest since December 2008. But the drop was because people gave up the search for work. Not a particularly great sign for the economy. The Labor Department saying Hurricane Sandy did not substantially impact the jobs data for November. S&P 500 stock index futures shooting up as the report was released at 8:30 this morning. Checking the stocks in early trading now. Again, we've got a few green arrows across the board there. Ever post something on Facebook and worry you might get in hot water with your boss? Well, at Netflix, it's the boss himself who made a social media faux pas, at least according to the SEC. Netflix receiving a Wells notice for a post made by CEO Reed Hastings in July in which he boasted that the streaming movie service had exceeded 1 billion monthly viewing hours. Regulators saying Netflix may have run afoul of a public disclosure rule which would require a more full public disclosure, as in, say, a press release or regulatory filing. Hastings countered by saying his Facebook post, which potentially reached more than 200,000 users, was public enough. In Europe, a bombshell from Berlin, the strongest economy on the continent, showing significant cracks. Our Axel Threlfel joins us from London. Axel, just what Europe does not need at this point, huh?
Yeah, that's exactly right, Lisa. When we start talking about recession in Germany, then things really must be bad. German central bank doing just that this morning. The bank said it expects growth of just 0.4% next year. That's instead of 1.6% forecast back in June. So that is a drop of, what, 3/4? Not pretty at all. Remember, the revision comes just a day after the ECB lowered its own forecast for next year. It is a familiar refrain now, Lisa. German companies cutting back on investment. They're not hiring right now. Industrial orders are down. The auto industry, this is the Association for the Auto Industry in Germany, said earlier this week car sales could fall to their second lowest level in almost 20 years next year, given the crisis. So as economists talk about things getting slowly better, at least on the fundamental side in the US and indeed in China, Europe still looks pretty bad.
Wow. Okay. Well, thanks for the update, Axel, in London.
Sure.
And finally, things may look dim in the Eurozone, but not in Lyon, France. Things bubbling and lighting up as the city's annual Light Festival lit up a lot of local buildings. A giant exploding magic cube kicked off the 4-day festival as thousands of visitors watched the displays. Pretty cool. Organizers say there are 66 different light shows stretching across the city with sounds and those cool 3D effects. That's the latest from 3 Times Square this Friday. You can follow us on Twitter at Reuters Insider and check out our Reuters YouTube channel at Reuters.com/ReutersTV. I'm Lisa Bernhard. This is Reuters.